Hey there, guys. My name's Ross. Welcome back to New Nassau. It's been a while since my last update. I took a break from social media, and I'm still taking a break on that. More on that later, I suppose. I'm coming to you today with a little bit of an interesting post. I'm actually gonna show you everything that's wrong with this property. Um, I was struck by a thought today and decided to run with it. This place is very hard to work with, and I want to show you what I mean by that, and then at the end I'll kind of explain. Behind me, you can see is where the fire was at the beginning of this year, and it actually doesn't look too bad. This thing behind me was burnt to a crisp. This is saw palmetto, and it is coming back with a vengeance. I'm sure by the end of summer it'll look like nothing happened. I'm standing on a great little spot right here that I want to show you, and it looks better now because some pine needles have fallen. But this is a great example of what the soil looks like. It's pretty sandy, and this is actually, it's now been mixed with ash and pine needles and stuff. If we dig a little down, it's almost beach sand. We'll see another example of soil health in a little bit. But yeah, so the soil isn't great. Walking over here past my cabin, we'll get to our garden. It did rain today, which is awesome. I thought for sure I wasn't going to get rain from mid-February to August, which is what happened last year. But we got some good rain today. We're supposed to get good rain for the next few days, actually. So, turning the camera around. This here's my garden, which some stuff is actually coming up. I've started to plant. We've got beans and borage. There's Okinawa spinach to the right here. There's pigeon pea, which has actually come up really nicely. Here is a row of what'll be marigold and asparagus. You can see that starting to come up right here. This whole row here I filled with compost that I had to make. I bring all this mulch in from the landfill. It is free, but as a result I wind up with pieces of trash in it often. So that's a setback. And everything I plant here I'm trying to plant with years and years and generations really in mind. So we start off everything really small. There's a dragon fruit that has actually started some new growth. That's fantastic. Here we have a row of artichokes, and they seem to be doing okay. We have a little volunteer, probably squash or pumpkin next to that. But this is an artichoke plant and a whole row of them, which brings me to one of the next setbacks that we have is this right here. This is an artichoke plant as well, and it seems to have been munched on by probably a rabbit, although the grasshoppers are pretty notorious here this time of year as well. We're coming up on some minor damage here done by some wild pigs that like to come and root around. So this is another problem that we have, and another really great example of exactly just what I'm dealing with in the way of soil. So yeah, one step above beach sand, really. Here you can see we have put in chaya, and just behind that is goji berries. They're very small. I guess I can walk over there and show you guys. Goji berries there, courtesy of Eat Your Yard Jacks in Jacksonville. They've got a great selection. If you are one of my Jacksonville viewers, highly recommend taking a peek at their stuff. And this is the raspberry row that I put in about a month ago, I suppose. That showed up on my Instagram. Go check that out if you're not a follower there. Coming up on the pond. So reminder that everything that we're about to get to looked like this in August or September of last year, 2021. And it is now March of 2022. And so I took this, which had some pines and a little bit of palms, and it became this. So all of the clay and the rock and the sand that you see is what came out of the pond, and it's significantly higher than what it was earlier. This was a lower spot, but there's not a whole lot of ground cover. I've put out deer forage, so clover and rye and millet maybe, and I've gone and planted some sunshine mimosa around that is actually taking off very well. So I planted some of these around, and it'll take a long time, but it'll eventually spread. And one day I hope that, I can walk around here in bare feet, carefully, and it doesn't hurt. It's not super pleasant. It's fine right now because of the rain, so it's a little moist and soft, but other people come out here barefoot and they don't have as good a time as me. Maybe you can see along the edges here, I've started to plant small bushes, some trees. That was a cypress. We've got strangler figs just on the other side of the pond. I have a red maple on that little peninsula there. There's a sugarberry there and a green ash just on the other side. All of these things will turn into very big trees, but when you buy them, they're 3 to 6 feet tall, and they take a long time to grow. So one day, and the pond is low right now too, because it is not shaded, so it evaporates very quickly. Collie doing her patrols. The water evaporates quickly. There's not vegetation around it to hold water in the soil around it. There are some fish in it, and I have seen some fish beds around that they're starting their breeding cycles, so that's exciting. We have this whole open area. Who knows what will be here one day. I've thought of a larger community house or building of some kind. Maybe a yoga shala. Lots of different options. Plenty of space for lots of stuff. Lots of dreams and no plans for a lot of the space for now. Coming up on more hog damage, as you can see here. So lots of rooting going around. This is a very popular spot. And I think that that's almost all of the setbacks. We've got hog damage. We've got, I don't think I mentioned the surrounding properties have a little more canopy cover as far as a layer of forest that is very necessary, and there's not really a whole lot of canopy cover here, so that's another thing that I'm fighting. I have lots of pines, but they don't provide really too much shade. I'd like more oaks and more bigger stuff, but I'm working with what I got. And one day there will be lots of very tall trees and big shade trees and stuff. That's all part of what I'm doing here. But and the reason I'm telling you all of this, and I'm more recording it a lot for me, is that I want there to be evidence of just how difficult it was to do all of this and how far the place has come. I hope in a few years to be able to take a similar video where, sorry about that, where, I can stick my hand in the dirt and pull out a bunch of rich dark black soil. I hope that there's more animals out here than just the wild hogs that are ripping up the property. I hope that there's fish in the pond and trees to climb and to pull fruit off of, and I hope that there's plants that have been here for a very, very long time. And I've recently been struck by the idea, and I've told a couple people about this when they ask, is I am really very, very excited for whoever gets this place after me when I'm gone. Which hopefully is still many, many years from now, and I have a lot of work to do between now and then, but I want there to be proof of just how far this place came, and I hope that whoever is here after me, be it my children or children of friends or maybe just strangers who come into my life through a different way, that they're able to see just how far this place has come, and that they have the vision of just how far this place can still go. And I hope that it serves as a little bit of a message and an inspiration to everyone that this kind of thing can happen everywhere. You can take 9 or 20 or 100 acres and do the same thing that I'm doing, or you can take a 10 by 10 square foot space in your yard and, plant bushes and trees that attract butterflies and hummingbirds or bugs or other birds that you think are cool. But I hope that people see that we can heal the earth. It can be pretty and useful and efficient, and we can still connect with it and make it better. And I wouldn't be doing it justice if I didn't make a plug of if the earth doesn't kill us before we're able to fix it. But yeah, here's my video of the current state of things, and I hope to revisit this in 5 or 10 or 20 years from now and be able to look back and see the incredible space that I and all of you who have helped, whether it's money or ideas or just words of support, what we've all done with this place. Thanks for watching. As always, you can donate to the cause at New Nassau Food Forest on Venmo. If that doesn't work and you want to donate in some other way, just get in touch with me, either Instagram or Facebook, or leave a comment. And that's it for today. Until next time, namaste.